What's up, gamers? Welcome to the Save File Podcast, where, like every video game character, every gamer has an origin story to tell. I am your host, Gold Lion, and today's guest, he's a high-spirited individual, man. Every time I jump into his streams, you can tell he has a good time, and not only that, he's very determined in his career that he wants to do. He's a father, he's a mixer partner. He loves his fans. You can tell by the way, the energy he just puts towards his chat, the drive for gaming. You can tell he's a nerd. That's awesome. We all love them nerds. It's all one, bro. It's all one. So I'm going to get right into it. Let me introduce you to none other than Black Superman. What's up, bro?
Yo, what's good, everybody? How y'all doing? How you doing? What's good? Thank you, Gold Line, for having me on this podcast. I appreciate it.
Hey, no problem, man. No problem. You out here doing good things, man. And somebody put your name in my ear, and I'm like, all right, let me check this guy out. And I'm telling you, yeah. So, yeah, it's definitely dope, man. It's definitely dope. I like what you're doing in your streams and your whole Black Diamond fam and everything, man. Your community is fucking great. I love it.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much. We try. We're definitely trying to set that good example.
Of course. All right, so Black, tell us about your first experience with gaming.
All right, so my dad bought me this keyboard console, and it was very prehistoric. It was like one of the first gen gaming type of console, I guess you would even call it. It was a keyboard, and you would stick the cartridges in the side. It didn't have a disc. They were actually cartridges. So you would stick it in the side of it, and it had the controller was a black square, and it had a red button in the middle of it, and it had a very skinny joystick on the top. And I can clearly remember playing Arkanoid, which was a game that went, you had a small little, basically like a spaceship, and it was like ping pong, and you have to bounce the ball around and knock the bricks, and some bricks were a little more stronger than the others. That was one of the games. And then they also had Dungeons and Dragons. That's when I first learned about dungeon crawlers and running in turn-based games, because you were running to a monster and
Yep.
they would attack you. And as a kid, I didn't understand what was going on, so I just kept pressing buttons and would get far somehow, but that was really my first gaming experience I can remember, is gaming on that keyboard console.
How old were you when all this happened?
I had to be about, I can honestly remember being like 5, 6 years old.
As you started real early.
Yeah, this was like 86. No, 86? This was like 88. I'm sorry, 88, 89.
Dang, man.
So it was awesome. early.
Dope. All right, first segment we're going to get into is character creation, a little bit of background in your life. So your gamer tag, so why Black Superman?
Oh, man. It is a bit of a story behind that. I'm not a real big sports person. Okay. And 2007, right before my daughter was born, I used to play on Live, and I used to play with one of my best friends. His name was Ace 51. And he got me to get NBA Live 2007. And I, got the feel of the game, learned who I like to shoot with, and I ended up landing with the Phoenix Suns. So as I landed with this team, one day we were having a real wager bet, and I was beating this man so bad to the point to where I was gloat talking. And I honestly was like, yo, if I beat your ass like this, I'm going to change my name to Black Superman, because I'm dunking on you from half court. I just started talking all type of shit. And it ended up happening. I won the game. And that moment I went and I changed my name. And somebody had taken Black Superman. So I was like, nah, I can't just like quit that easy. So I put an X in the front and the back, and that was it. And that was like almost 13 years ago when I changed my name.
You were dunking on him from half court?
I mean, it felt like it. I mean, definitely exaggerated to the 10th power. But, I mean, it just felt like it, because Amari Stoudemire, when he was on the Phoenix Suns, I was just going crazy in that game. And, man, it was just, at that moment in time, I wish I could relive that moment, because it was such an exciting and exhilarating feeling, just playing the game and shit, talking with your friends and, like, actually winning. Like, yeah, this is your shit, and I beat your ass. And now I get to change my name. And when anybody asks me why I changed my name, I'm going to tell them this story. And I told him that day. When anybody asks me that, I'm gonna tell them this, and I'm gonna tell them why. But that's why I got my name, Black Superman.
It's a hell of a story, man. That's dope, man. You still play that game often or not?
Nah, that's dated. That's dated. We like 13 years past that. I really don't play too much sport. I do dabble in the 2K every now and then. I do get it every year, and I'll build my player up to like an 89, 90, 91, and then I'll stop. I never get to that 99.
Ah, okay. So why do you do the Black Diamond fam? Where did that name come from for your community?
Oh man, to be honest with you, one day I was just sitting here and I was gaming and I didn't I had another team. I actually had two other teams that I created, and unfortunately things didn't work out. People separated, friendships were severed, things of that sort. So as me starting fresh, I wanted to signify something that actually, that would attract people. And shiny stuff attracts people. It's just from a kid, from a baby to even grown-ups. Shiny stuff, it makes you look. It makes you, if not even, if you don't stare, it makes you at least glance. So the diamond is that of itself. It actually makes people like, what is that? What is BDFG? And it's honestly just a group of people who love the stream, who want to help each other grow. Well, we actually play together a lot. We do a lot of shit talking to each other to kind of pull that inner beast out and make you game harder. And I don't know. We're just a group of people who've been playing games forever and ever and ever, and we're probably gonna be playing video games till the day we die. We do have like a content creation side, and we have a few people who are trying to get into the tournament side. So in a whole, it's just a family. It's somewhere that's safe for gamers to come, to be a part of, to be their team, to help grow. We have people who do the tech side, who, when people have trouble with their streams, if people need help setting things up, people need certain emotes or transition to things of that sort. There's people, we got our hands into each and everything. So it's not just based off of gaming either.
Yeah, dude, that makes sense. It's a pretty good story. See, that's what I love. Like some people, they like to just do certain things with their brand for no reason. But the way you explain things, man, it can tell you put a lot of thought into your brand, man. I congratulate you on that.
I appreciate it. Thank you. It's not easy. It's definitely not easy because, you go through experiences and you learn certain things that you need to do to protect yourself and certain things to protect those around you. And, you just have to put that to use. And with me building this team, I don't want, if one day you're up here, your numbers are booming. The next day you're down here and your numbers really aren't, your crowd, the community spread out a little bit. You have to be able to encourage people because the experience that I went through. So, my numbers aren't always at the top of the list. So that's one thing within the team I try to explain and tell them, like, you're not going to always be at the top, but don't feel bad when you're not at the top. You have to keep grinding. That shows that you're dedicated to it. And it shows your community what you're really trying to do and what you're about. And, you don't run when it looks bad. So that's just one thing that I've experienced, and I was glad I was able to share with a lot of team members that are behind me, that you just have to keep going.
Of course, man. Well said, my friend. Well said. All right, so describe your childhood.
Oh, man, my childhood. I don't even know where to begin. Man, my childhood was a little different. It was definitely a little different. I had a lot of experiences that definitely built me to be the man that I am. That I have the passion, dedication that I have. It was up and down. I can remember sometimes having the lights off, coming home from school, having to do homework with the candles. Man, not having hot water. I remember situations and it's crazy, but it's the truth. Like, my aunt, my sister's mom, my mom's sister, she would watch me and my younger brother, and she lived in a very bad neighborhood. and it was really run down. And I can remember one time, it's gonna make you laugh, but it's crazy. We opened up the poor cereal, and it was roaches in the cereal box. And I was like, I told my mom, I'm never going over there. I'm not eating over there. I don't care what's going on. So my childhood was real weird. I used to get in a lot of trouble. I was one of those kids who, I don't know. I was mischievous. I was sneaky. I was the type of kid that would put my textbook up and be trying to play Game Boy in the back of the class, and my teacher walk up and catch me. Um, oh, you there? You see me? All right, my computer froze. Um, I don't know. My childhood was very crazy, but one thing I always had was my video games. So when all my friends would come home, they would do their homework, they'll knock on the door like, "Hey, come out and play." Like, no. I'm like, why? I'm like, because I got a new video game. I'm about to go try it out. So through all the midst of all of that, I always had my video game. And one of my highlights as a kid that I definitely can remember was every Friday. I don't know if you remember this store, but a video rental place named Blockbuster Video. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that, if you even heard of that.
Mm-hmm.
But every Friday I would go and I would rent a new Nintendo game, the NES, Nintendo Entertainment System. I would go rent one video game every Friday and try it out for that whole weekend. So my friends would always want me to come out and play, but I always wanted to try the video games. So that was just, I don't know, video games has just been something that my childhood always consisted, no matter what age, it was just always video games. My friends would actually call me a nerd because all I want to do is play video games. They would call me a black nerd. I was just like, I guess I'm a black nerd. you know?
How was your relationship with your parents?
Oh man, my relationship with my parents. Oh man. Still working on a relationship with my mom. Me and her. I don't know. I left home when I was about 14, so you know, our relationships weren't really that. I really didn't learn too much from my dad, but along the way, having certain men figures in my life, I've mentors. I learned certain things. I don't have a relationship with him now. You try to give somebody a chance to come around and try to get that relationship back, and when somebody just looks at it or takes it as it's not that serious, I had to sever all ties. It wasn't good for me, in my headspace to try to continue to try to have a relationship with my dad, and he continuously looks at it as, not this time, or we set up a date to go have lunch, and something always comes up, or it just you get tired of me like, why do I continuously set myself up to be hurt? So that aspect with my parents isn't there with my father. My mother, on the other hand, she's been there through a lot of my trials and tribulations, but me and her relationship is still, I want to say, kind of rocky. It just wasn't there. I don't know. I don't know. A lot of middle kids say that they feel like the older and the youngest take the parents away from the middle child. So I don't know if maybe that has any aspect to do with it, but that relationship with my mom was definitely rocky. It definitely wasn't. I can always say as a kid, I always wanted more from my parents, and even now, I can watch certain videos or watch certain movies and uh, see certain things what parents would do with their kids, and wish that I felt that. So should be hard sometimes. I ain't even gonna lie, and I think about it, and I wish I could redo my childhood and take back certain things and relive certain things, and I don't know. Just I don't know. It's crazy. It's just not there. The relationship that I want, that I would love to have, just ain't there. So that's where we at with my parents, though.
What were some of the events that led up to you leaving when you were 14?
Uh, One being real rebellious. just my mom and dad were splitting up, and I had seen some things that I shouldn't saw, and just started becoming real rebellious and not wanting to do what anybody told me to do. As they were splitting up, another man figure was coming into the picture as well. So I wasn't, I got up and I ran away. I was, I wasn't gonna deal with it, and man, that honestly changed my life because I was forced at that age when I left. I was in a safe place because I had moved with my friend's mom. And, she was talking to my mom and they talked and I was able to stay there. But that was just a gateway to allow me to do anything I wanted to do. So I don't know. That me leaving at 14 definitely was a lot of experience. I came back home for a while and I got a job and, I saved up some money and then I was just like, I'm out. I was so used to not having that parental authority around all the time to tell me what to do. I felt like I was an adult at 16, so I had got my own apartment when I was 16, and life was just very different. I wasn't a kid anymore because I wasn't able to do what all the other kids were doing because I was living a different life. I had to fend for myself. I had to take care of myself. I had to make sure my lights and bills was on, so it was just very different. And I would want to be doing the things that the other kids were doing, and I would want to, be a part of it. But I just always felt like an outcast because I was always doing something different. I was never doing what the norm was. So that was one of the things about leaving at 14 that I learned quick, that I definitely stood out. It was just something different about me. I just wasn't that normal kid. I learned that.
And looking back at it now, what was some of the biggest lessons you learned from all that?
Ah, man. The lessons I learned. Ooh. Still learning lessons. Oh, man. I can honestly say one of my biggest lessons that I learned is even if you're mad at somebody, even if you have a disagreement, but you have any ounce of care or love for that person, even if you guys are really on a not talking basis, if it's come to fist fights and blows and stuff like that, even if it come down to that, still tell that person that you care and you love them, even if you don't see eye to eye. Because once they're gone, it's something that you can't rewrite. I remember my brother Kevin. He's 1 year older than me. Oh man, he died right before my oldest daughter was born. Like maybe on like 2 months. And I never forget he wanted me to go to Sunday service with him. I'm gonna pick you up, my mom. And I was chilling on the block with some of my friends. And he pulled up, he was like, come on, jump in with me, go to service. And, this, that, and the third, go get lunch. And I was like, nah, I'll holler at you later, da, da, da. And I never ended up getting with my brother, hanging out, doing nothing. Now, that was my stepfather's son, but we had gotten very close. He moved from Germany. He was getting in trouble over there. So his father brought him here to America, down to Florida. And we kind of got tight over time. But the lesson was with him, man, I never forget that Sunday. I never hung out with him, and my youngest brother was blowing my phone up the next morning. Just blowing my phone up, blowing it up repeatedly, and like woke me up and had me pissed. And man, that shit still uh man, he was like, Kevin got in an accident. And I was like, all right, so that's why he blowing up my phone. He was like, I was like, I'll be over there later. Like, I'm asleep. He was like, oh no, what did I say? I said, if he ain't dead, I'll be over there later. He was like, that's what I'm trying to tell you. And I just never forget my heart dropping out of my chest. Like, what? He was like, yeah, big bro's dead. You need to come to the house. And my youngest brother, 2007, he was still in middle school. He was still in middle school. And that shit broke my world. I was just like, he just tried to get me to hang out with him. He just tried to like spend time. And I never forget that night he called my little brother and he was like, I love you, little bro. He was like, I'm on my way home. I know Pop be tripping when I stay out too late, but let him know I'm on my way home. I just want to let you know I love you. And that's not like something that he would do. So I don't know if he had that feeling that he was, he was really going home, or I don't know. And he called the house and he left voicemail saying he loved everybody, tell everybody I love them and I'll be home soon and this, that, and the third. And we woke up to him dead, and that was one of my biggest life lessons because that hit home real hard. Because that was very unexpected. He had just passed ASVAB test, was getting ready to go into the Army. He just was doing what he was supposed to do. And that just came out of nowhere. And that's when I realized, like, when you lay down and go to sleep, you're not guaranteed to see anybody the next day, let alone wake up. So I learned that if you really love somebody and no matter what, you gotta tell them, you gotta let them know. Gotta let them feel that, because you can always buy roses and send cards, but the person won't get to feel that. You won't get the feeling of knowing that they feel your love or reciprocate that love, give it back to you. So you always just gotta tell somebody. That was one of my biggest lessons that I learned, that you gotta talk to people and tell them you love them. It's not promised to be here.
How'd your little brother take it?
And I think it hit him harder than expected, because I had already moved out the house. So, them two started building their relationship because I was gone. And I don't think any of us realized how hard it had hit my baby brother. I think a lot of the attention was on me and what am I going to do now? And, a lot of it wasn't really focused on him because he was the baby. So I guess, like, sometimes the youngest child's emotions get overlooked because they feel sometimes that they don't understand or feel it. Even though he was in middle school, I still feel like they probably just weren't worried so much about that at that time. I mean, of course, we checked on him and talked to him and see how he was doing, but I think it still hit him harder than anybody thinks.
So after all that, what'd you do next?
Oh man, I started becoming, because I was very closed and very standoffish because of my childhood and things, experiences and just the way life had taught me to be. So I was very standoffish, very uncaring. I had turned to one of those people. And when that happened, it kind of opened my eyes and it softened me up. And then I had my first daughter, Anaya. And when I had her, that definitely it changed my world. They say you think you're ready for kids. You say you're ready. You're not ready until you're really till they're here. You think you're ready. You can buy all the Pampers, you can buy all the wipes, You can buy all the baby food, formula, everything you need. It's still not gonna prepare you for that time and that sleep deprivation. Oh my God. So that was next. I had my child, and I started staying in the house, and I stayed home with her because I had a cleaning business then as well. I stayed home with her and raised her for the first part. I'll say about the first like 10 months, and I just got heavy on the video game. So cause I stopped playing video games for a while, with my living situations and things of that such. I didn't play as much as I wanted to at all. So once I got established with my family and I had family of my own, I started playing video games again. And I think it took me over, to be honest with you, because it hasn't been the same since I've been on Xbox Live. From the original Xbox, it hasn't been the same since then. So I don't know. I turned into a real big gamer, and I got really focused, and then I became really driven on whatever I need to do to get to the next point to make sure I'm secure. So if something ever happens to me, my kids now it's my kids, but at that time it was my kid would be able to be taken care of, even if, it wasn't forever, I would be able to leave something, behind. So, like reality hit with that. So I started making different moves and, man, as I think about it, I can really see the transition from when I changed. Yeah, because I really was a person who just was, I don't know. I just didn't care. I had been around so much and I had witnessed so much death as a kid that I don't know, it had numbed me. But when he died, it changed me. And I'm sorry to go back to it, but man, when he died, it changed me. And that's what I think set me off into be a happy person to me. That's why I say that transition, a happy person, a person that always smiling and joking. You know, that definitely was a turning point. That was one of my turning points. What made me who I am today. That happy, bubbly type of personality. That is definitely one of the situations that turned me. It was my brother passing.
What was another turning point?
Leaving my first child's mother.
Okay.
Totally, honestly, that was a whole situation in itself that just was very toxic. And the day that I got away from that situation, um, man, it was like a breath of fresh air. I think within the first few months, I went to California for a week. I just needed to breathe. I just needed to go out there and medicate, relax with no stress, not worry about my kids, not worry about anything. Just find myself again, because after I was with my child's mother almost 13 years, 14 years. I was with her for a very long time. And I had to refine myself because, your world becomes gravitated around somebody when you're with them so long. So now you have to find a new normal. So I had to find who I was, because I wasn't who I am now when I was with that person. And that totally changed me. Whoo, man. I definitely wouldn't be able to stream. I definitely would. It was just very negative. You know, you have a dream or idea about something, and get shot down all the time. Well, that's not gonna work. That's not. Man, I can remember my friend trying to get me to stream. I had my stream channel since it was being from the beginning, but I never streamed on it. Because I just negative energy around it. Oh, it's not gonna work. How you gonna do that? Da, 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 da. So once I got away from that, and I really realized how people embrace me and the impact that I had when I meet people, and I started seeing that in different states, I started really realizing that, okay, this is who I am. I'm not that person who comes around and's quiet and doesn't talk because I'm in a bad mood. I'm not that person who comes around and brings somebody else negative. I'm not that. I'm this person who people like to come up to and talk to. And I can remember one day sitting in the car with my wife at Home Depot. We were grabbing a few items. And, I have tattoos, I have gold teeth, have that urban image. And this old lady comes up to me and was like, me and my wife were sitting in the car talking. She knocked on my window and she was like, hey, I just want to take a picture of you guys because you guys look so beautiful together. And she handed me her pocketbook, her keys and everything. I'm just looking at my wife like, what? And she was like, I try to tell you, you have something about you that you make people feel comfortable. People just feel like they can talk to you. And me being away from negativity, I was starting to finally be able to see that. And it's such a good feeling. I'm not even gonna lie, to be who I am now, to be that person when no matter where I go, people, it's good energy. That is a great feeling. That is something that I couldn't ask for anything really honestly more than that, because the experiences and the negativity and the things and the trials that I've been through, uh people who know me say, I'm so happy to see you smile, and I'm so happy to see you doing well and doing what you're passionate about and making progress with it. And that was my biggest turning point. That just changed my whole life. When I finally realized who I was, when I found myself, and I wasn't a kid, I was a man, and I found myself being happy. And I don't know, just being happy, that was new to me because I wasn't happy as a kid. So that was I had to get used to being happy. I know that sounds weird, but I did. I had to become used to being happy because I was so used to like, oh well, this is happening now, or this is happening now, this is happening now. I don't have that around me anymore. I won't allow it around me because I know the difference. I know what it looks like. So I want to keep myself happy. That's what I think is. I want to keep myself happy.
It's a good example, man. That's awesome. Seems like you have went through a lot, and then anybody that's listening to this, you're setting a good example of, you don't always have to be the product of where you came from. You could always change and make the most out of your life and learn, be a student instead of being a victim of your own life.
Oh yeah, I've definitely been on. I definitely can vouch for that. Oh man, more than a little bit. Definitely, I'm definitely a product of my environment, but I don't have the mentality of my environment. I have a different mentality. I have a dedication. I have a drive. I have a vision. I have a goal. I have seen myself being on greater levels than what I am now. Um, I'm not I'm not ashamed of what of a lot of the things I did as a kid and growing up, because it made me who I am. I wouldn't be a upfront type of man. I wouldn't be able to speak my mind. I wouldn't be able to, put my foot down, or I wouldn't be able to have understanding or be sympathetic to other people's problems. Um, I'm happy I went through all of that. I'm not even gonna lie, because it made me who I am. I wouldn't be where I am today and have the impact and the influence I have today without that. That's who made Black. That's what made Black Superman.
So tell us about your streaming career. How did it all start?
Man, honestly, I didn't want to stream.
Okay.
I was so against it. But my friend was so persistent, and he wouldn't leave me alone about it. And he just continuously was like, yo, you need to stream. You need to stream. I'm like, bro, I don't want to. He's like, bro, I'm telling you, you need to stream because your personality, you just have what it takes to be a streamer. And, I didn't look at myself as a streamer. And I never forget, we spent hours setting up my stream. I mean, this is how much I didn't know about it that I didn't want to do it. I was like, he's like, buy a computer with Windows. I go and buy a computer, I go buy Apple. He's like, why didn't you listen to me? So we had to get Windows on the computer and all of this. It was a whole mess. So when we finally got it situated, I started streaming. And it was very different. It was an experience that I had never felt before. I'm just thinking back to the beginning. Man, I remember when I had like 200 followers and was going batshit crazy because I had just hit 200 followers and I used to have like 2, 3 viewers, but my channel was growing and everybody I met through the channel was just like, bro, you got it. And I didn't believe it. I didn't see myself as that. So I just kept doing it. And I was doing it for fun at first. Just doing it to pass time, as if I was in between cleaning jobs or if I had a day off. And in the beginning, with my youngest daughter, I raised her for the first 8 months. So I was home with her. So I would stream and have her in my lap while I was playing PUBG and be getting chicken dinners with my daughter in my lap. I never will forget that. Man. It started to blow up. And I would play Mixer had a thing Hype Zone. And we would get the Hype Zone for PUBG, Player Battlegrounds Unknown, and we would the Hype Zone for Fortnite. And it would bring like 500-600 people, 700 people in the channel. And that's when I started like really becoming a real how do I want to phrase this? I started making my mark in the Xbox community because my name for one was like Black Superman. Who was that? So that was getting a lot of the name started to get attention, and then the hype zones came, and getting dubs on Fortnite and getting dubs on PUBG. It just turned me into an animal, and I remember hitting my first 1,000 followers. I even took my wife out to celebrate. And then it just became, I don't know, it just took me over. I'm sorry, I'm thinking of so much with the beginning, and man, it's making it's making me almost go blank thinking about some of this stuff. It started growing to the point to where I had a real following, and I would cut my stream on, and I would have 20, 30 people in it, and I said, all right, I'm gonna go for partner, and I sat down with my wife, and we typed up, my almost something like a resume with my partner application, and I got accepted so fast. I almost thought it was a dream. And I'll never forget that. I sent in my application, and I think they like 9 o'clock that morning, and I had heard back from them within like 4 or 5 hours after I put it in. And that was when I made partner. That was really crazy. Uh, I didn't think I was gonna. I didn't think I was gonna ever be a Microsoft Mixer partner. And man, when I tell you, you have me thinking of so many memories. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to elaborate.
Don't be sorry, man.
Man,
Go back to the memories, man. Tell us all about it. Tell us how you felt.
that was definitely a rush when I got my partner in my career. That was definitely a rush. That was something that I really never thought that I would have. I didn't think, I didn't see myself as having the potential to do that, but everybody else did, and they kept telling me I did. And then before I knew it, it's like I had 5,000 followers. And my wife even was like, "Yo, this is you. I've been seeing you continuously on just grow and grow and grow and grow." And you know, being a black streamer as it is, not to say like a black or white thing, but being a black streamer and having the image that I have, I definitely didn't see myself moving this far. And when I did, and when I started to make these uh past these breaking points and reach these goals, the feeling was overwhelming. Man, when I hit 10,000 followers, I thought I was gonna lose my mind. My chat, my community, a lot of community on Mixer was there for that. It was something very, very big. And I've grown with my streaming career. Honestly, I've grown to have a new family. And it's not even just BDFG. A lot of the other partners on the platform, we have relationships. You build friendships with them, and they're there through your ups and downs. Um, they're there when you're happy, when you're sad. If you need help, if they see you slacking, people will pop in and they'll give you that daily encouragement. So this streaming career has been very emotional for me as well because I've lost some friends, but I've gained some friends and I've gained family. Um, it's not always about business with me with the streaming. Of course, as being a streamer, I want to make money from what I do. I'm passionate about it. I know it's there, but it's more about having fun. Uh, it's more about laughing. It's more about making if I'm not making my chat laugh, then I feel like I'm not doing my job. Because what I've learned in my streaming career, the time that I stream, because I'm Eastern Standard Time, a lot of people get up and go to work, and I'm like their morning coffee. It's so crazy. I'm like their morning coffee, and they say they wish they had the energy that I had in the morning to just turn up and be so amped and just be so ready to just freaking just go. And they come in and they feed off of that, and I can honestly say, uh, I help people get through their day at work. I help people when they're sad and they feel crazy. They come on my chat. Just that energy just turns them around, and they're like, "Damn, Black, I'm glad I came in here to mess with you, man, because I'm in a better mood and I don't feel so bad." Or, when people come in and they have issue, they bring it up in chat, and everybody's there for you. Everybody makes you feel like you're safe, makes you feel like you have somebody to talk to. So to me, it's not only about the business. Um, I also learned that with becoming somebody that is an influencer, somebody that is a role model, somebody who may have, a spotlight on them, I've learned to also still be very humble because you can be popping right now and doing your thing and, you know, tomorrow somebody else that's just a little more popping than you comes up and takes your spot. And, it's almost like putting your foot in your mouth. I don't think you want to do that. So I definitely wouldn't want to do that to myself. So I've learned to be very humble and just accept what you work for. Of course, you want to celebrate your accomplishments. That's your right to. But I learned it's also at a certain limit, because then it becomes gloating, and you lose more than you gain when you gloat too much. So I learned to stay very, very humble. And that's another aspect I think people like about me, is that I'm crazy, I'm outspoken, but I'm humble, and I'm very thankful. I learned to be very thankful as well, because nobody has to spend time in my chat. Nobody had to subscribe to my channel. Nobody had to spread the word, talk, or post, or make post on Instagram or Twitter, or any other social media about the channel. It's definitely not a given. So I just learned to be very accepting and be very humble.
I congratulate you on all your success, my friend. That's awesome.
Thank you.
That's dope. Well, thank you for sharing your character creation, man. That's dope. So the next segment we're going to get into is attributes. So I'm going to name off a few characteristic traits, and you rate yourself from 1 to 5, 5 being the highest.
All right.
Grit.
Grit. GRIT.
Mm-hmm.
I may be thinking of a different word, so you're going to have to elaborate on grit. What is the meaning of grit? How would you phrase grit?
Phrase grit? Despite of unfortunate circumstances, your drive to go for what you want.
Oh, that's a 5. 5. No matter what, shit. All I know is grind. That's all I've been doing my whole life. There is nothing else to do but grind. If you can perform in some of the worst circumstances, with stress, maybe depression, anxiety, if you can perform under certain circumstances and deal with that and still come up on top, imagine what you don't have negative aspects and you're fully focused and fully determined and 100% focused on reaching the goal. You're going to go get it no matter what. And that's the type of drive I have. So I don't always wake up in the best of moods. I'm human. But I perform. I know I have to get on my stream and perform because people are waiting on me. They're depending on me to get on and being that good. Yo, what's up? It's Black. They depend on me to do that. So you know what? No matter what, I had to get on here and perform. And I'm married, so I may get in a disagreement with my wife, or something may happen with the baby outside while I'm streaming. And it may flip that mood. And no matter what, I have to come back to my stream and I have to perform. Or I may have to go clean an office building or a storefront, and I can't go there in a negative manner. So what I've learned to do is grit. You got to push that negative down and just go get it. Because if you don't, somebody else is going to do it, and then you're going to feel crazy that you let your feelings get in the way of you making the next level, or you getting that next deal, or you not getting that contract because you were in a funky mood and you didn't move accordingly, So I just grit no matter what. I'm gonna move accordingly. Just have to, no matter what. And then I have two kids to feed, so there is no laying down, being lazy, stopping. No, I have 2 beautiful daughters that I have to take care of, Riley and Anaya. And if anything makes me want to stop, that makes me start up again. Because no matter what, they didn't ask to be here. I created them. So I have to take care of them. So grit is a 5. I wish you said 10.
Gratitude.
Gratitude, man. I think sometimes I can show too much gratitude. Sometimes it get on people's nerves. Because, like my mods, I text them and just, out of nowhere, be like, man, thank you. Like, thank you for what, Black? I'm like, thank you for being my mod. You deal with a lot of my chat, and the next day we may have had a crazy stream and I'll just do it again. Like, yo, I appreciate you. And like, yo, you have to keep telling me that. I'm like, nah, I just want you to know I appreciate you. You don't have to be doing this for me, and you do. I appreciate you. So I definitely, gratitude, definitely a 5. I think anybody that knows me, how much I try to show gratitude, they'll definitely say the same. I'm actually 100% with that.
Loyalty.
That's a definite 5.
Why?
Why? Man, I've been betrayed so many times. Thrown across so many times that I would never, ever be disloyal to somebody. It's not what's up. It's not what I'm built off of. It's not what I'm raised. It's not how I was raised. Man, disloyalty, that's just one of the worst things you could possibly want to be, is disloyal, because you got that label on you, man. It's almost a dub for you, because these times and days we live, like we're doing this interview, this is my face. If my face was labeled as disloyal, or whoever, introduced us felt I was disloyal or that type of person, we wouldn't be here right now. Because nobody wants to be around somebody who's disloyal. Because if you throw them under the bus, you'll throw me under the bus, and him too. I don't, nah. It's very easy. It's very easy to tell somebody's motives. You just have the right situations have to be applied. So disloyalty is definitely no. So loyalty, definitely a 5.
Spirituality.
Spirituality, I'm definitely not where I'm supposed to be. Definitely not where I was either. So, I'd be like in the middle on that, and be honest with you, like 3.
What's helping you get in that number?
Man, because I grew up in a spiritual, no matter what, I always pray. I teach my kids to pray. I don't know. Guess just not living the way I'm supposed to be. I don't know. Straight up. I mean, that's just still younger than my prime. So, I like to hang out, enjoy myself, Probably shouldn't be drinking the way I do. I am in Florida, so we do have our medical marijuana card, but some older folks still say, it's the devil's lettuce. All of that. So, but that's really I can say about that part. Probably shouldn't just be living the way I am.
Confidence.
Yeah. Probably gonna surprise you, but I would give myself a 2 on confidence.
Why?
I don't know. It seems like I'm real confident, doesn't it? But I don't know. It's you know, shit. Dealing with my first child mother, a lot of my self-esteem got taken away. A lot of it. And I used to be real confident. Go talk to any female, getting that number. Everybody like, how you do that? Because I know I can do it. You know, I used to be that type of dude, and I don't know, dealing with how would I say it? Dealing with almost like mental abuse. You know, it does something to you. You just never the same. And everybody always tells me I should be way more confident. You know, they always tell me that, but I just don't see it.
You try working on it?
Yeah, I try. You know, I try. I mean, I'm here. You know, streaming. I'm still pushing. You know, so I have some sort of confidence, but you know, like I said, I didn't even want to stream because I didn't think I could get this far and do this. You know.
Charisma.
Definitely a 5. I think that's what most people they like too. My charisma, just why I don't know. I can move like this, and they be like, "Yo!" I don't know. No, I definitely give the charisma a 5. Like just
Patience.
me being myself. Patience. Whew. Definitely not patient. At all. Tried to tell somebody earlier in the game, in the match yesterday, you gotta be patient, man. And I try to set examples of being patient, and my mods were getting on my ass. They were like, listen to Black telling somebody to be patient. Mister, run up in your face as soon as you hear a gunshot, telling somebody to be patient. So, patient definitely not there. Definitely not there.
So what number?
I get at a 2-2. I definitely get at a 2-2.
Forgiveness.
Forgiveness? Oh, I ain't forgiving. I'm not forgivable.
Oh, damn, really?
Nah. nah. I forgive, but I ain't gonna forget, and I won't give you a second time to do it again. Definitely forgive. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody's under different pressures. I'm very understanding when it comes to different situations, and sometimes people make the wrong decision. But just because you make the wrong decision doesn't always mean sorry is going to smooth it out and you can always get your place back or you can always rekindle what you've put out. You know, I'm definitely forgiveful. I'm definitely forgiveful. I had to forgive people didn't want to. Whew, Lord knows, didn't want to. But if I would have lived with that on my heart, it would start hardening to make me a bad person.
Makes sense, man. Logical or logic? Logic.
Oh, logic. I'm sorry. I'm sitting here thinking. Logic. I give logic a 4. I wouldn't give it a full 5. I give it a 4. And the reason I give it a 4 because sometimes I definitely do some dumb shit. Definitely do some dumb shit. I mean, I'm a human being. I can't say I have it all. So I do some very smart things as well, though, and I come up with very great ideas, very great scenes. Very well put together on that. So my logic, I would give it a 4. Sometimes I rush and then I do dumb shit. So I give it a 4. I can't give myself the whole 5.
Stubbornness.
Oh, I give that a 5 for sure. Very stubborn. Everybody knows it. I'm very stubborn. You can get me to do what you want me to do, but I'm just very stubborn. I'm just definitely stubborn. It's the truth. I'm stubborn. And like, Black, stop. Team behind me. I just keep going. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm stubborn. It takes it takes my best friend, my mom. She has to call my real name because she's like, he's so stubborn. You just won't stop. So she'll call my real name, and I'd be like, man, don't call me that. And I turn around. So I don't know, definitely stubborn with certain things. I can't say I'm all the way stubborn. Um, I am stubborn to the point that if you're forcing me to do something, I'm probably not gonna do it. So I'm definitely have some type of stubbornness in me. I don't know. I've always been like that. My mom used to say, "Go do the dishes." I'm not gonna do them. But she would be like, "Hey, I brought some chicken home. We in the kitchen. We don't have no clean plate. Could you go wash them for me real quick?" Oh, sure, we about to go eat that chicken. Yeah, I go wash the dishes. But he's like, "Go do the dishes." Nah, you probably gonna have to tell me 5 more times or cut my TV off or you know. Like I can remember me playing Resident Evil 2 on PlayStation 2. My mom like, all right, that's enough. You've been playing for like 5 hours. You need to go to sleep. Then didn't go to sleep. She came back. It was like 3 in the morning. She's like, okay, so I'm just gonna snatch this cord, and yeah, she had to get real like yo because I just being stubborn. Now I want to listen. So I give myself about a 4. Now I won't say 5. I give myself definitely 4.
Self-awareness.
Self-awareness definitely a 5. But definitely a 5. No, I'm not a skinny dude. I'm not a skinny dude. I'm not a big dude. I've been swole, I've been skinny, but I'm a little chubby right now. I'm comfortable. So I'm aware of myself. I know that. And I get these trolls that like to come on my chat. For some reason they like to call me fat. Like I already know that. Self-aware that I know that. So what else? And so, me having that self-awareness, it definitely, just that, using that as an example, being self-aware, you lessen somebody being able to penetrate your brain and get in there and mess with you. If you're aware of yourself. And everybody has certain things they're self-conscious with. So, being self-aware of that and knowing it, me who's not confident, listen to me telling you this, but it just definitely helps you be more confident with certain things you unconfident about. It's just the truth though. If you know this is what it is, and somebody's like, hey, this is what it is, you're like, I know that's what it is already. You're stating the obvious. So what now? So being self aware is definitely, I would encourage everybody to be self aware.
All right, last one. Luck.
Luck? 5. Oh yeah. I wouldn't even call it luck because it's supposed to happen. So I can't say it's luck. They're more like blessings, not luck. I'm not real lucky. I'm blessed. I'm not real lucky.
Explain that.
Explain being blessed. Nothing in my life doesn't happen without it happening for a reason. Nothing in my life just popped out. If it just popped out, it was for a reason. And I'm a strong believer that with dreams and dreaming of certain things and seeing certain things through dreams. My grandmother used to do that, and she would call my mom and tell my mom certain things about me. Not like psychic or anything like that, but just having an intuition more of. Um, I'm blessed with that. I'm blessed to have, you know, been through everything I've been through because some people go through life and, they only know one way. So I'm not lucky that I know 2 different sides of life. I'm blessed because I can see more. I have more experience. Um, I'm blessed because people will show you who they are in due time. That's not luck. It's supposed to happen. I'm blessed because anything that I want to do, I'm going to do it and make it happen the right way. There's no luck about that. That is one of those persons who, or people, I should say, that just make things happen. That's not luck. Luck is walking outside and finding $100 bill on the floor. That ain't gonna happen for me. I'm gonna have to go make my $100. That's not luck. No. My two kids being born with 10 toes, 10 fingers, no cleft lip, no irregular heartbeat, no type of ailments at all. That's a blessing. That ain't luck. You know, that's what I call luck. Like just I can never say I've been lucky. Everything is supposed to happen a certain way. So I can either share my story with somebody and warn them of something, or if I get put in a place where somebody can tell me something that I needed to know and warn me. And it's happened too many times in my life. It's not luck. It happened for a reason. I'm still here for a reason. I'm not in a box for a reason. I'm not the way my friends are, the way my past friends are, by luck. It's for a reason. It all happens for a reason. It all happened for a reason.
That's a good answer, man. All right, so we did your character creation and you set yourself your attributes. Now you're off to your main quest, my friend. So what is your main quest?
My main quest, man, I can honestly say, my main quest. I have to honestly say is to be my main quest is to establish a content creating team, a tournament team who goes and participates in tournaments. We actually to get sponsorships, to grow as a community, as one. Those are some of my main goals: to be financially stable from the content that I create is one of my main goals. That's honestly my biggest goal. Like I said, lived a different life, and this life that I live now definitely want everything and everything that comes with it. And my biggest goal is just to be an example. One of my biggest goals to be an example, to be somebody that people look up to and feel motivated by, to know that no matter what, they can go get it and do it themselves. And it doesn't matter your color, creed, or what you look like, or past, or your past mistakes. Anybody can flip their life around and make a change and do the right thing and enjoy doing the right thing.
So with every main quest, there's always some side quests. So what are your side quests?
Man, well, with me trying to reach my main quest, some of those side quests are very hard to accomplish because I have so much going on with time. Some of my side quests is to get my merch really out and rocking. I've been slacking on that. That's one of my side quests. I've completed some of my side quests because I've been networking for years, gaming events. I can say years because I got 2+ in. You know what I'm saying? I've been going to E3 for, since, since 18. Yeah, I've been going to E3 since 2018. I've been going to PAX since 2018. And I went all 19, and I'm going again all 20. So some of those networking side quests of getting my face familiarized with some of these devs and some of the gaming companies, that's one of the side quests that I've completed because the love that I feel when I go and they see me, and it's just, I think it's gold teeth. I can't lie. I think they remember the gold teeth more than anything. And it's just always love. And they always have, this coming out, that coming out. They want to talk to this and work on this or opportunities for this. So some of those bridges have already been starting to be built and become solid. Um, Another one of my side quests is to really get to know more content creators because we all honestly put so much time into creating content, editing, putting it out there, monitoring, looking for the next thing that we lose touch with each other. So one of my biggest things is to always try. One of my side quests is to try to always stay in contact with them and to always be supportive because it's just like I say, time is just of the essence, and we just don't have enough of it. That's another one of my side quests is allotting the right time to do the right things. Terrible at that. God, I'm terrible. I wait till the last minute to do every damn thing. Everything. Oh man. Oh, time. My timing is definitely one of my side quests that I have to work on. Um, one of the ones that's dear to me is my daughter is really good as she watched and she played with me for a very long time. I play games with her now, and I'm very amazed. I want to get her one of my side quests. I want to get her into esports. The kids are different than when I grew up. I used to go outside when I did and ride bikes, play football, get hurt, fight, do stuff, toughen your skin up. So I know these days is a lot different. A lot of kids use tablets, they're inside, they're on electronics. They're not really physical like that. So as her growing up in that era, I want her to really engage her full potential. And I want to be that stone that makes it happen. Because as me being her father, it's not always about what you can buy your child, but what path you can set up for your child and help them get down. So for the rest of their life, they'll be set and have a way to take care of themselves and a way to, provide by any means, And this is one thing that I know no matter what, it's not, gaming isn't going anywhere. It's getting bigger and bigger. So that is definitely one of my side quests to get my daughter heavily involved and to make it her passion.
Yeah, definitely. Esports is definitely making its way up there, man. It's exciting to see this, dude. It's so like you mentioned, man. A lot of these kids, they're different nowadays. They're not as active as we used to be, bro. But that's
No, not at all.
yeah, it's crazy. All right, so you did your main quest, completed your side quest. Now you face your final boss. So what is your final boss you wish to conquer?
Man, that final boss. That final boss definitely isn't easy. Oh man. Final boss has a lot of health. Hope you know that. um Man. I try to break that one of my final questions I want to break that stigma. Um I know we live in a time where times are critical and not to touch too deeply, but just times are hard to deal with. Everybody's everywhere. Um I just want to break that stigma of people prejudging people. Um, I get a lot of people who are motivated by me because they look at me and they see one thing and then they hear me either speak or feel my energy and it changed their minds. And I can honestly say I feel like I have the power to make a difference through my streaming, through bringing in different genres of audiences. It's just I just don't have predominantly black following. I don't have a predominantly Spanish or white, Caucasian, or it's a mix of everything. No, not and when people come to my channel and they sit in my chat, I know they're safe. It doesn't matter who you are, what you are. You're just here to have. So I want to break that stigma of people prejudging and feeling like, oh man, he looks this way, he's probably this way. Why don't you get to know that person, or just don't stop being that way. So that's one of my final questions. That's why I am the way I am. It feels good to honestly, it's not like turning somebody, but to reach someone and to reach a person that you never would. I've had trolls come in and talk really negatively in the chat. And, just by staying positive and firm and, just self, they end up coming back later and like, yo, I'm sorry, you content, and I want to be part of the community, and I want to apologize to everybody. And just, so it's things like that make me feel like I can do more, because when those instances happen and people realize the error in their ways and they want to rectify, actually part of what's being built, makes me feel good. So it makes me feel like I'm breaking that stigma. But it's not easy. It's not easy at all. It comes with a lot. Definitely comes with a lot. But, I've been dealing with a lot my whole life. So it's just like another challenge.
All right, so you defeat your final boss, and it hits game over for you. What is the impact that you wish to leave when somebody opens up your save file?
The impact I want to leave, honestly, is on kids. I want adults. I want teenagers, adolescents. I want them all to know, no matter what you do in your life, you can be who you want to be. You can do things and be passionate about it and not have to worry about what anybody else. Because if you have a dream and you have a vision, you are the only one that can stop it. Once you see yourself somewhere, put yourself there, mentally and physically. Take the steps, learn the ropes, take the steps and what it needs to be to get to the point to where you want to be. I'm definitely not. I'm definitely want to say that, man, just got to do it. Don't let anybody stop your drive. Don't let anybody deter you from chasing what you know and you feel in your heart that you want to be doing. Whether it's gaming, whether it's painting, whether it's sports, no matter what it is, don't be afraid to chase your dreams. I wasn't afraid to chase my dreams, and I chased my passion, and I started making the type of progress that people were very amazed with, and I amazed myself. So my message to everybody that opens up this safe file is don't be afraid. It starts with taking that first step. You can definitely do it. Look at me. I did it, and I'm still doing it. So that's a message I want everybody to really take in when they open up the save file. You can do it. You definitely can.
That's a good answer, man. Thank you so much for sharing that. Last question, my friend. Where can everybody find you?
Man, if you don't know, now you know. But you can find me at mixer.com/xBLACKSUPERMAN, and that's /xBLACKSUPERMANX. You can also find me on Instagram at progress_baby. You can find me on Twitter at xBLACKSUPERMANx. Um, man, on Facebook, Black Diamond Family Gaming. Um, yeah, I think so much other stuff. I wish I could just verbally show you my Discord link, but yeah, that's it. We're on Discord too as well. Black Diamond Gaming. That's where you can find me at. But definitely I'm on Mixer every day. Mixer.com/X Black Superman X. I'm there every day, starting at 7:30, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, for sure. And in the Discord, man, I'll make sure to put the link in the description on the YouTube for sure, so everybody can reach out to you and join the Black Diamond fam. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome, man. You're welcome. Black Superman, thank you so much for coming on to this platform on the Safe File podcast and sharing your story, dude. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. It's been an honor. I appreciate it so very much. Thank you very much.
So right now, I'm going to ask you right now. I'm inviting you to part 2. Are you down?
Let's do it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, you've seen it yourself. This man, you've heard it. You heard it. The shit that he went through is, I'm pretty sure a lot of people can relate. And one of the biggest lessons that you can learn from Black Superman is that you don't have to be a product of where you came from. It's not about where you're from. It's about what you do about where you're from. And the lessons he learned in his life is definitely, he chose to be a student instead of a victim. And I hope anybody hearing this, at least one person with Black sharing their story, I hope this helps you in your life. I'm out. It's your boy Gold Lion. Stay happy, stay healthy, and most of all, gamers, stay golden.